But today, I know that a lot of us are building our businesses, especially in the new year. We go really hard. We go really hard, and sometimes we hit roadblocks because of what we just don't know. And then sometimes we might know things, but might not be effectively using certain tools to be able to build our businesses and build our audience. So today I want to focus on some of the top, and this is not just from my word of mouth, okay? This is the top, even what industry big heads, what they use, okay? Top industry things that you can offer as freebies, okay? And I want to get into this because we have to understand, and we're the same way. Think about it. When someone is trying to sell you something, and please forgive my lighting, but I couldn't sit in my regular spot because my Christmas tree is still up. You know, think about it. When we are going to an event, or we're going somewhere, or someone is offering something, we always love to hear that word free, okay? This is a free thing, or this is a bonus, or this is something I want, a gift that I want to give to you. Everybody loves hearing that, right? But what does that do? What does that do to the psyche of your audience? What that does is shows them that you are willing to give something to them for them to get on board with you. Not only that, but it's also showing a part of your expertise. Okay, that's what it's doing. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Funky Buddha. He said my lighting is cool. But it's also showing your expertise in your field. And that's why it's important to know what kind of freebie would work best for your industry and for your business. We want to be able to offer something that our audience wants, that our audience likes. We don't want to offer them something because we think it's a good idea as the business people. No. We all know that even if something is free, if it is whack, we don't want it. We'd be like, no, thank you. I'd rather pay for this over here. Right. Instead of taking your free thing, we don't want people to treat us like that. So I want to share with you some of the top things that we can use and create. These are products that we can create as our freebies, okay? And these don't only extend to the freebies. These are products that you can just create in general to possibly build you residual income. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it. I want to talk about the number one thing that we all know and love. Everybody loves video. Okay, everybody loves video. It's easy to retain information from a video. It's easy to watch. It's easy to entertain. It's easy to educate, all that good stuff. Video is the number one tool that you can use as your freebie. Now, this is for anyone, no matter what type of field you're in. People love connecting with other people, and the best way to do that is to actually see your face, is to see you telling them, these are the best tips to get this result, or these are the number one steps to make you better at this thing, you know. So, and you can do that best through video. There are other ways that we're going to talk about in this particular live that you can do as well, but video is always going to be the number one. It doesn't matter if you're a singer, if you're a minister, if you are a tax person, Sheila. I say Sheila because I know she do our taxes, but it doesn't matter what field you're in. Video is always a major thing that people grab a hold to. If you know, and I don't know if you know, but usually when you're running ads, if you're running ads like on social media, videos do better than any other thing when you're running ads. Not just in ads, but when you have posts, when you are creating your posts for your social media, videos are the number one things that people will watch before they watch something they have to read. It's unfortunate, but it's true. People love videos. So think about some things that you can do in your expertise, in your field, that you can offer in a short little video. It could be 30 seconds long. It could be 1 minute long, or you can make it as long as 5-10 minutes. Just make sure you're giving value. Make sure you're giving them something that they need, something that's going to help change their life. Am I saying throw everything in the kitchen sink in your video? No, but you can give a few tips that's going to make their life easier from your expertise, and the best way to do that is always going to be in video. So the next another product that you can create is an audio format. Podcasts are huge. Okay, podcasts are really, really big. This is really good if you're a singer or some type of performer, and people can hear you. They don't necessarily have to see you, but people can hear you. This is good for you. This is good for authors, because you can give a little, a little snippet of something out of your book, or either tell them the story behind why you created your book. This is good for consultants, where they're just giving an audio of, the step by step, or 5 keys to, or whatever the case is. Audio is really good, because what's happening, if they don't have time to see you while they're driving home, they could be listening to you, and they can get the value from that too. Like I said, these are things that you can use not just as your free tools to try to grab people, or to build your audience, but these are also things that you can use as products, as paid products. The next thing is going to be PDF. PDFs are really good too. PDFs are good for anyone that has a book or some type of a visual guide. This is wonderful. PDFs are wonderful for, it pretty much can be used. I don't see anything that it can't be used for, but it can be used for any industry, especially if you're a teacher, like you teach certain things, or you're a coach or you're a consultant. It's really perfect for you, because you can kind of give them a visual print out breakdown of how you can make something better for their life, or give them inside tips, to how things can be better for them. And you can do that through a PDF, and that way they have visual guides. You can incorporate pictures, and then have like your little subtitles and your headings, and then a little bit of a breakdown as to why tip 1 helps best, what is tip 2 going to take you to next, what is tip 3 going to take you to next. These are amazing tools to be able to use when you are trying to get people to you want to visually, but not in video, you want to visually walk them through something. And the best thing about PDFs is that they're downloadable. So they can download them to any device that they're on, and they can look at it or research it at any time, or read it at any time, and then and still get that value that you want to give them. Another thing is going to be checklists. Checklists can come in the form of PDF, but the reason why I put checklists separately is because you can just give them, I think one of my posts that I have for today, or maybe it's tomorrow, but is a checklist. You can give them things to check off, some of the steps that they can take in order to get to a really good result. And checklists are simple and to the point. It's not a lot of text. It's not a lot of pictures and stuff, but it's easy and to the point. 1, check off, move all the stuff out your closet. These are for closet organizers. 2, now next, organize your shoes from heels to flat. Check. Next, take your summer clothes, put them to the back. Check. You just make it that simple. And your checklist can be long. I've seen some really long. I wouldn't say go past 5 or 6. If you want to go up to 10, you can, but don't go past 5, like 5 or 6 bullet points, or maybe even 7 at the most. But, try to not give too much, because you don't want to overwhelm them. You want it to be easy, something that they can follow, check off, that's going to give them an amazing result. And then another one is going to be, and by the way, checklists are for anyone. Anybody can do a checklist, no matter what your field of expertise is. Checklists are always a win-win. Another amazing free thing to give, or a product to create, is an ebook. And this is not just for authors. These are for people in ministry. These are for pastors. This is for anybody that has any type of expertise about anything. You can do a short ebook. An ebook does not have to be like a huge book. It doesn't have to be. It can literally, matter of fact, now you can do digital ebooks where they are like PDFs where people can print them out. But an ebook doing a little short synopsis of, maybe if you are an author, doing a short giving a short clip of your book, or a short printout of your book. You can do that, and that would kind of draw them in. They can get the first chapter in your ebook. I'm sorry, something's hiding my screen. You can get the ebook. You can get that first chapter and give that first chapter in your ebook. You can also do. For an ebook, you can do, like I said, it's for ministers. I'm trying to see who else can do an ebook. Like I say, anybody can do an ebook. Honestly, I mean, anybody can do an ebook. Ebooks are really good. The reason why I put this last though is because, like I said, people are audible. They like to hear and they like to see, and so ebook is gonna, take out time for them to have to sit down and read. So, but this is really good for your reading audience, okay? Because everybody doesn't want to watch. There are some avid readers out there, and they love to read. So this will be good for them to kind of digest it. And here's the thing, guys. Reading is very fundamental. Wait, that's not what I was gonna say. Reading helps you to digest and meditate on what you just read and what you just retained. So don't write off ebooks. Ebooks can be very strategic. Do a short one, like maybe a few pages. Just if you're doing it as your freebie, just do like maybe the first chapter, or give the first portion of maybe a course that you're working on, or a course that you already have, or something like that. Ebooks can be very beneficial for those who have audiences that like to read. This is very good for ministers and authors, okay? And these are just a few things. So the number one product to create is going to be your video. Number two is going to be something in audio format. That could be a snippet of your podcast. That can be you telling them audibly, certain steps that they can take to get a certain outcome. Audio is good because they can listen to that anywhere. They don't have to take out time to sit down and watch it. A PDF is really good because from anywhere, that's number three, anywhere they can download that on any device and be able to have a visual guide that walks them through and explains things for them in that PDF. That's really good as well. Number four, we talked about checklists. Checklists are amazing. And checklists just make it simple and to the point. That's what it is. You have a title, a subtitle, and then your little checks. Do this first, do this second, do this third, do this fourth. That's what you do. Make your checklist simple, clean, and to the point. Don't put a lot of jargon on that, because that's something that people will easily grab a hold to, because it doesn't take a whole lot of studying and all this stuff. They could just go and check off what they need to check off in the order that you recommend as the expert to help them get a really good outcome in whatever that is. And then ebooks, finally, that's the last one, and that's the one that I just talked about a minute ago, which is really good. That's for your authors, for your ministers, anybody with an expertise. And like I said, with these, if you are giving freebies in these type of products, then I would say keep them short, sweet, and to the point. Don't make it overindulgent. Like don't go over the top where it overwhelms them, because you do want to save some of that, especially if you have a course that's connected with it, or especially if you have a product or service that's connected with it. You don't want to throw all your pearls out there, okay? Give them a few pearls to get them excited and be like, oh, I need more of this. Let me see what else they have to offer. That's the point of a freebie. That's the point of creating a product that is a free thing that will help them and that will also share your expertise, and that you are smart in what you do and you know what you're talking about. Yes, Hunty. Okay, so good. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week.